So suddenly I'm in love with a stranger. I can't believe that she's mine. Now all I see is you with fresh eyes, fresh eyes. So suddenly
Hey everyone, time for the weekly newscast here at DHS. I'm Tanner and we're about 3 weeks away from Christmas. Stick around because a little bit later we're going to review one of the hottest games this year. So with Christmas in mind, Skills USA is going to be hosting their annual Picture Day with Santa tomorrow. It will be held from 10 to 2 at Harps, and pictures will be available for pickup next Friday. FFA will be selling poinsettias next week. They will be $12 each and can be purchased at the greenhouse on Monday and Wednesday after school each day until 5:30. If you can't make it after school on either day, please contact Ms. Schrader or Mr. Pendergrass to arrange a time. In other news, congratulations to the Students of the Month for November. They are John Chesworth, Jesse Buchanan, Breck Hafer, and Marcy Scottsdale. A couple of announcements from the counseling office. Applications for the National Wild Turkey Federation Scholarship are now available and must be completed by the 16th. The Three Rivers Educational Talent Search representative will be here in January to do individual meetings to make sure to schedule a time for the counseling office. And there are only 25 hours of remediation left for the semester. Any remediation not served by the end of the semester will have to be done in summer school. For the next couple of weeks, we're going to be testing out some of the best-selling toys this Christmas season to see if they live up to the hype. First up this week was the most funded game in Kickstarter history and now the world's best-selling game. We gave the game to some of the students in our digital media class to let them try it out. Here's Lucas with a review.
The name of the game is Exploding Kittens. And no, animals aren't hurt in the process of this game. Just in case you were wondering. It's one of the hottest holiday items this season, landing in the top 3 on both Amazon and Walmart's website. It's a card game for people who are into kittens, explosions, and laser beams, and occasionally goats, according to the box anyway. The cards and the artwork are a little weird, but that adds to the character of the game. So we decided to give it a shot and see if it lives up to the hype as one of the hottest games. Now, the makers of the game advertise that it takes 2 minutes to learn, and that it's for ages 7 and up. And remember that, because we'll get back to that point in a minute. Or 2. But first, the basic point of the game is to avoid getting stuck with an exploding kitten card.
I died. Wow.
Which blows you up and takes you out of the game. There are ways to get rid of the exploding kitten card if you draw one. No! And also ways to strategically set up your opponents to get blown up. And that's where the game gets fun and a little rowdy. Each game we played took about 10 to 15 minutes, which is right on point with what the game advertises.
Let's game.
If you like card games that are strategic and keep you on the edge of your seat, then this one is for you. But here's where it falls a bit short. The instructions that come with the game are a little confusing. After spending about 20 minutes trying to figure out how to play, we went to the game's website and watched the tutorial. And that made the game a whole lot clearer. So it does take more than 2 minutes to learn, and we definitely recommend that you would watch the video before you play. And as for the ages 7 and up, our testers think it would be a bit confusing for a 7-year-old. So you might take that into consideration if you're looking to buy it for your younger kids. But overall, our group gave the game a B+, and say it's a fun game and worth the time.
Thanks, Lucas. If you're wondering, the game costs about $20. Coming up next week, we'll have this year's top-selling game, which is a remake of a game from last year, Pie Face Showdown. Let's send it over to Jared for This Week in Sports.
Thanks, Tanner. The basketball season kicked off this week, and the girls began the season at home. They played Monday against Malden and held a comfortable lead through most of the game. Malden came back in the fourth quarter and pulled within a point, but the Donettes held them off to pick up their first win of the season by a score of 56-54. Jacqueline Friend had 16 points, followed by Paige and Savannah, who had 15. On Tuesday, Dora made a long trip to Doniphan and got the best of the Donettes. It was a low-scoring game in which the Donettes lost by a score of 43-27. Moving over to the boys, the Dons played their first game last Friday at the Current River Classic in Van Buren. They were matched up against a much bigger team from Liberty, but that didn't slow the Dons down at all. The boys went on to win that game with a final score of 69-56. The Dons then moved on to the tournament in Gideon on Tuesday, where they were given the 4th seed in the tournament. The first opponent on Tuesday was the 5th seed Clarkton Reindeer, and the boys cruised on to their second win of the season, 74-43. In the second round of the tournament, the Dons played the top seed Curlersville Tigers last night. Here's a score of that game as well. Coming up next week, the girls will play Kennett here at home on Monday. Both teams will travel to East Carter on Tuesday, and the Donettes will play another home game on Thursday against Alton. That's it for this week's sports. Here's Bree with the weekend weather forecast.
Thanks. Looks like rain will be moving in this weekend. Saturday will be cloudy with a chance of rain later in the day with a high of 47. Sunday, rain in the morning and a high of 46. Then another chance of rain on Monday with a high of 46 again. That's all we have for you this week. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.